Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Code with Akshay. In previous video, we have discussed how bot works, how conversation and message handshaking happens. So today we are going to create a bot project using .NET SDK. So let's have a look at the prerequisite of the development. So here you can see you require Visual Studio 2017 or 2019, which is in preview for your development ID. Then Bot Framework SDK v4, that is version 4 project templates for the C#.NET. Then to test your bot locally, you require the Bot Framework emulator so that you can host your bot application to the local host and test it inside the emulator. And you should have the knowledge or a basic understanding of ASP.NET Core and asynchronous programming, how it can be done using a C#. So I have added all the download links in the description below. Now let's start with the bot development. Let's open Visual Studio to start the bot project development. I'm going to use Visual Studio 2019. Click on File, New, and select Project. So when you select the project, it will show you the templates available. Let's search for the bot templates. So for the bot, you will find out that there are 3 templates available after installing those from the VSIX that is downloaded from the site mentioned in the description below. So let's understand these templates first. Empty. It is a simplest bot project skeleton. We can call it as a hello world bot, which will, for any query or for any user message, it will return just a hello world. So this template is good option if you're familiar with the bot development, you have done it before, or you're starting with the from scratch development of the bot. The second one is EchoBot. So this bot is simply echoes back the messages from the user, which user provided to the bot. And turn count, that is the count of the messages sent by the user. Third one is a core. This is the advanced bot template, which provides a boilerplate for the bot project, which includes proactive messaging, adaptive cards, and usage of the cognitive services like Lewis. So we are going to create a project or a bot with the EchoBot template. Let's select the bot template, click on Next. Let's provide the project name that I will provide the EchoBot, and I will give the solution name as Code with Akshay Bots. Let's click on Create. So when you click on Create, it will create a project. So here you can see that the bot project will be created with the pre-installed bot framework packages and the configuration files. So it is nothing but a web API project created into the .NET Core. So under the dependencies and NuGet packages, you can find out the bot builder packages are included inside the project. In ASP.NET Core, we have a startup class where all the configurations are done, and this file or code inside this file will be processed once application is starting. So web host will call the configure services method first. So let's have a look into the configure services method. So configure services method takes the input of a type iService collection. So iService collection is nothing but a container. Adding services to this container will make them available for the dependency injection. So first, all the bot related settings will be loaded from the echobot.bot file. So bot file will be used to maintain the configurations like app ID, app secret, as well as the cognitive services keys like ID and secret keys required for the Lewis or Q&A maker access. So these properties can be saved into the bot file securely using the secret keys, and content will be encrypted. So to load these settings, bot configuration class can be used. After loading these configurations, bot configuration class or object will be added to the services for the dependency injection. So for next thing is for maintaining the counter of the messages, we are going to use the conversation state from the bot builder class. So on storing this conversation data into the data store of a type memory storage. So memory storage can be used for the local bot development. But when you're going for the production bots, we will be using the Azure Blob or Azure Cosmos DB storage, so that it will not get resetted when the bot is restarted. And when bot get restarted, it can be loaded from the Blob or Azure Cosmos DB. So next execution of the code is for adding and configuring the bot inside the services. So here the EchoBot bot class will be added as a bot to the services, and we are configuring the options inside it. So here you can see the options of credential providers will take the endpoint service app ID and app password. So we can maintain the different endpoint services inside the bot file. After that, the logger factory, using logger factory, we are creating here the logger for this EchoBot.bot. So anything created or any sentences or warnings or any kind of information you want to log, you can use it. You can log it using the logger. So next thing is for the global exception handling, we can mention the on-turn error function handler here. So for handling any exception occurred into the bot file, here we are logging error and we are maintaining the mentioning the exception details inside this logging. So here you can see by providing and adding and configuring this bot service, we are actually hooking the TurnHandler as a last or to the last middleware, so that whenever the last middleware processes its information, so handler the execution handle will be sent to the TurnHandler function inside the bot file. So next function from the startup.cs file is the configure. So configure method is used to set up the middlewares that handles every HTTP request that we have seen in the previous video. So ordering of this middlewares is very important, because they will get executed sequentially as the order when of adding it into the app. So here you can see that we have added it use bot framework function, which will add the bot framework middleware at the last of the request execution pipeline. Now let's have a look at a bot class, which is EchoBot.cs. So inside this class, you must have seen that it is implementing iBot interface, and the initiation method that is most important is the onTurn async. So control will go to onTurn async method whenever the user enters any message and it passes through all the middlewares. Then last middleware will call the EchoBot class, and after the execution of the constructor of this class, the execution control will be given to the onTurn async method. So inside this method, here we are checking whether the type of a message, type of a activity sent by the user is equal to message. If it is not equal to message, then directly the activity type will be returned to the user as a response. If activity type is a message, then we are retrieving the counter state from the conversation state. So for that, here accessors are getting used. So we are going to see how we can maintain the state inside the bot and access that state variables using the accessors in the subsequent videos on the state management in bot. For now, just understand that we are saving the counter state, that is the count of messages inside the counter state class. So when we retrieve this counter state, it will be stored into the variables, local variable state, and turn count variable inside that state will be incremented by 1 so that message count will get increased. After that, inside we need to save that state inside the accessor with the counter state. So we are setting state variable inside the counter state, and after setting it, we are saving the changes to the conversation state so that this state will get updated inside the conversation state. After setting and saving the state, now we are preparing here the message to be responded to the user. So here you can see that we are sending turn space state dot turn count, and which is the count which we have retrieved from the state, and the text sent by the user as a usent. After that, the text, and for sending that text to the user, we are calling turn context dot send activity async. Inside that, response message variable has been sent. To see this in action, let's try to debug this code. Click on F5. So it will host this website into the IIS Express inside under the port 3978. So you can configure this into the bot file. When you go to echobot.bot, you can see that we have a one object with the type endpoint, and its name is development. And inside this, we have mentioned the endpoint as a localhost 3978 API/messages. Just copy it and open the bot emulator. Inside the bot emulator, create the new bot configuration, paste the bot name, bot URL, and click on save and connect. Click on save bot file. It will close all the browsers, and whenever you start the conversation, it will send the activity of a type conversation update. So this we have seen into the previous video, which is how bot works. So whenever the user starts the conversation, it will send two conversation update requests, one with the username and other with the bot. So after that, you will see that conversation update event detected will be seen twice here. Let's try to send some text to the bot. I say hello bot. So now here you can see the activity type is a message, and hence the next execution will get started. Here it will retrieve the state from the memory storage. It will increase the count. As it was before 0, it will increase to 1. Then it will set to the counter state and save us changes to the conversation state. And after that, it will respond back with the text and the turn count. So here you can see the turn is 1 and you send hello bot. I will say hey bot. So now again, control come to our turn handler with the type message, and it will return turn 2 and you send hey bot. So that's it, guys. This is how we can create a bot with the EchoBot template and use it for the further bot development. So stay tuned for the next bot videos. Thank you.